I'm gonna be honest, I just think The Rock wants to be Cody Rhodes' sugar daddy. So I just finished watching SmackDown, and as you probably know, we just got the weirdest yet somehow kind of fire at the same time promo between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. A promo that definitely left us with way more questions than answers. Does The Rock want to be Cody's sugar daddy? What does he mean by I want your soul? Is WrestleMania gonna end with an Illuminati ritual or a freak off? I have no clue. But let's try to break it down the best we can. So basically, The Rock came out, and after announcing that WrestleMania next year is going to be in New Orleans, yay, 3 WrestleManias in 12 years, he hyped up Cody and introduced him to the crowd, and basically told him how he's a great champion, he's a great role model and everything, but that he, The Rock, who happens to be basically the boss of the company, can take him higher. That he can make him into an even bigger star, he can make him the biggest star, and all he has to do is become his champion. He even goes as far as saying, I've always wanted a brother. Yeah, Roman Reigns was at home, like, wait, what? And he ends the promo in a way only The Rock can by touching Cody's face in a very interesting way and saying, Cody, I want your soul. Cody's left shook, the promo ends, and listen, it was weird as hell, everyone was left shook, but I gotta say, as awkward as it was, this was pretty fire. Now before you start going, Pav, you always hype everything up. Listen, I barely make videos on the modern products, so if I go out of my way to do it, clearly I really rock with it. But stay with me. Now listen, I know it was awkward at times, it was very sus, but I think out of all the ways it could have possibly went for a Rock and Cody feud, this is the most unique and the most interesting. First, right off the bat, with The Rock being all weird and asking him to be his champion and asking for his soul, instantly that reminded me of a movie that I love, The Devil's Advocate from '97 with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. As soon as The Rock said the whole soul thing, it instantly reminded me of that movie. Now, if you're not familiar with it, that movie is about a young local lawyer in some small town who ends up getting an offer from one of the biggest law firms in New York City. Keanu Reeves is the lawyer, he goes out there, he meets Al Pacino who runs a law firm, and he promises him the world, right? And Keanu believes it. He becomes a lawyer for the firm, and he ends up selling his soul to the devil. He gets corrupted, he changes as a man, he starts having all these visions, and this all this mythical stuff starts happening, and basically he becomes a man, the total opposite of a man that he was before. He went from being a good, loyal guy with morals to the total opposite. And as the movie goes on, you learn more about Al Pacino and his character, and there's a lot of surprises that come out of that. And the way that The Rock was moving and acting, it was literally like he was playing the devil, trying to corrupt Cody and get him to join him. And I think this leaves us with so many possibilities for how this will go down. So it was announced at Elimination Chamber in Toronto next week that The Rock and Cody are going to meet up again, and Cody has to make a decision. Is he going to be The Rock's champion? And there are many ways that this can go, but in reality, there's one realistic one, and then there's one far-fetched one, and everything else probably is not going to happen. My prediction for what will go down is Cody is for sure going to say no. Nah, bro, I'm not selling my soul to the devil, especially to the Samoan devil, and that I can't join you, I can't do this. And then The Rock in turn says, okay, Cody, I'm going to make your life a living hell. Then The Rock either joins the Elimination Chamber or probably beats the winner after. Poor Cena's gonna die, isn't he? Either way, whatever he does, The Rock declares himself the #1 contender, and at WrestleMania, boom, we get the freak off. Wait, what? Pretty simple storytelling. The Rock wanted him to be his little protege, Cody declines, so he goes out of his way to make his life a living hell, and we get the match at WrestleMania, and then this way we also get motivation for The Rock to do that at the Elimination Chamber. He feels burned, he feels hurt, I'm gonna ruin the chamber match, or I'm gonna ruin whoever wins the chamber match's life, so I can ruin Cody's life. Yeah, either Cena's getting clapped, or realistically even Damian Priest might get bitched. That's what I think is most likely gonna happen. The other option is, I don't think this is gonna happen, I don't think they have the balls to do this, but imagine if they actually pull the trigger and have Cody Rhodes join him. And imagine if Cody becomes like this heel slash tweener where he gets associated with The Rock and then he just slowly gets corrupted as the weeks go on. I've always been like, nah, no need to turn Cody heel, it's too early, why would you do that, why would you do that? But I can't lie, him being the devil's advocate in this situation, him and The Rock running around running shit like a two-man power trip, it is so unique, so random, so unexpected, but who knows where that could go, and it's only going to make the eventual match between them that much more fire. But nah, I'm tripping. That's not happening, right? There's no way. Right? And I guess the third option is Cody doesn't take him up on the offer, but what if someone else does? Yeah, you know what? It's time. Hollywood Illuminati team of Cena and The Rock, maybe. I doubt it. So those were all my initial reactions, right? I saw the promo, I saw that, I was excited, I was invested. I am still excited, I'm still invested, because those are the possibilities that came to my head. But the issue is, as excited as I am or was, then The Rock had his press conference after the show, and he said one thing that just kind of ruined it. Because now it's like, is this even going to lead to anything important? So The Rock had his little press conference, and first of all, the reporters asked the stupidest questions I can imagine. Someone asked him about a cheat meal. Guys, WrestleMania is 2 months away, and you're asking about a stupid it's pancakes. This guy loves pancakes. Ask him something else. But The Rock basically said, what's great about our business is, this feud between me and Cody, it doesn't necessarily have to culminate in a match. And I'm like, at first I was like, oh, maybe he's just teasing us, right? Like, yeah, there won't be a match, we're gonna be buddies. But then it's like, no, this guy once again might not actually wrestle. And once I heard that, like, as time went on, it really just disappointed me. Because to me, like, this was wrestling, okay? As much cinema, storytelling, whatever the hell you want to call it, this was wrestling. What do you mean it doesn't have to culminate in a match? It should always culminate in a match. That's the only reason people give a fuck. So it's like, if it's not going to culminate in a match, and if he's being honest about that, if he doesn't actually plan on having a match with Cody, it's like, well, what does he want to do then? He wants to be Cody's Vince? You know what I mean? Like Austin versus Vince in 98. Now it's going to be Cody versus Rock, and Rock is the big bad boss. But what, you're never going to wrestle him? You're just there? To me, if this doesn't culminate in a match, whether it's this year or next year, which obviously next year is going to hurt because it's like, really? We already waited a year for this because we thought it was going to happen this year. We got to wait another year. If it doesn't culminate in a match, to me, this is all pointless and it's stupid. Like, it doesn't accomplish anything. Like, yeah, I'm sure they can have some fire if for some reason, imagine they actually turn Cena heel and he aligns with The Rock. Or I guess CM Punk turns heel and aligns with The Rock and he becomes everything he hated. They could do that for sure, but it's like, the money is always going to be in the boss versus the guy. That's why Austin and Vince had a match. The money's always in the match. And it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, you have this intense promo, you have all this, and then, hey, let's do a press conference after. Let's, talk about tequila and cheat meals and just casually just break kayfabe and say this. Like, really, guys? Really? I really hope he's capping. I really hope this does end up in a match. I really hope there's actually a plan for this, because I don't want this to just be a situation where, yeah, The Rock was bored and he pulled up to SmackDown, let's change all the plans and I'm gonna get involved in the storyline, but there's no deep plan, there's no actual storyline that's gonna be told. It's just bullshit. Because it's like, yeah, I can make parallels between the Devil's Advocate and these movies and all this so much, and you can, fantasy book as much as you can, but it's like, do they even know what they're doing at this point? I don't know, it's funny. It's funny how I can go from, oh my god, I'm so excited, this is gonna be so crazy, to watching a stupid press conference after and just being left with, wait, what? Why did I get excited for that? What's going on? Why are we, at least leave it up to imagination. At least don't even mention it. Just, if you're not going to have a match, don't mention it. Just let it be. Let us predict. Let us wonder. But no, it doesn't have to culminate in a match. Really? Why even say that? Now listen, maybe we get worked. I don't know. I'm hoping we do. I hope this actually culminates in a match, because that's the money match. After last year, you got to remember, the build to WrestleMania 40 was so special. And the reason it was special was because of Rock and Cody Rhodes. Roman was barely involved in that. Think of any big moment from last year's build. It was all Cody and The Rock, from them slapping each other to the concert to Rocky making him bleed and having the best Raw ending in what, a decade. It was all of them. Cody, you can tell that Cody brought the love for the game back to Dwayne. You can tell that. You can tell that these two idiots love each other, right? You know they're always having a blast when they're working together, and you can't tell me that whatever they can, if they actually are serious about this and invested, you can't tell me that whatever they can cook between them is not going to be 10 times better than the typical Ma family, Ma bloodline, Fast and Furious storyline The Rock would have with Roman. This actually has potential, and it's so different. But it needs a match. He can't just be this authority figure who's not going to get involved like that. But you know what? I'm going to stay hopeful, okay? I was excited when I saw the promo. My initial reactions were hype. I'm going to stay hopeful and hope for the best. Maybe The Rock will surprise us. Maybe he's just, trolling us. He's just messing around with us. Maybe he's going to surprise us. I did find it interesting, though, that they went out of their way on this episode of SmackDown to show a flashback to Batista beating Cena after the Elimination Chamber back in 2010. As we've learned since Triple H has been in power, everything happens for a reason. Every time they show us something, it happens for a reason, and it usually leads to something. So you know what? I'm gonna just hope for the best and believe that they showed us that for a reason. Maybe The Rock is gonna pull up at Elimination Chamber and lay the SmackDown and become #1 contender. I'm down, and I'm gonna hope that happens. And if it doesn't, it is what it is. But it's so weird how in one night you can go, oh my god, this is so exciting, to really you had to say that on the press conference. What is the point of this? Like, damn, yo, you had us, but now you don't. We'll see what happens. I'm a hope for the best, but yeah, I am very skeptical. I am. But yeah, let's see what happens. In the comments down below, let me know, what do you guys want to see? What are you excited for? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think The Rock's going to get in the ring? Do you think this is actually going to end up being a match? Or is this just the second coming of the evil Vince McMahon character, and they're going to have The Rock run havoc and whatever they want to do? Let me know below. I really hope it leads to a match, because guys, I don't care. You can say it's entertainment. You can say it's whatever. It's pro wrestling. It has to culminate in a match. What are we doing here? Leave your comments down below. It's your boy Pav. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't make modern videos often, right? So when I do it, clearly it's something that I'm rocking with, something that really makes me feel some type of way. So they got me. Either way, they got me. I'll see what happens at Elimination Chamber. I'm going to hope for the best. It's your boy Pav. I'll see you guys very soon, though. Till then, take it easy. Later, guys.